Everybody. All right. I am at the... It's like they move these things around. All right. Here we are trying to figure out what we're doing. And we know. Nobody knows what we're doing. I'm not sure. All right. I'm trying to put everything in the correct scale. So the green scale here, that's over here, is the 1/5 scale or whatever. Right, so we've got 1/5 scale here. Humans at 1/5 scale. Not even bothering to put in destroyers yet. Now here's the thing about the destroyers. They're bigger. How much bigger? We have to figure that one out. How much bigger is a destroyer? So that's what we get to do now. Right. So when we do this next one, we're going to move up the scale unit. All these other scales, QuaCk scale. Now we're going to do starship scales, which is 1/50th. So each block on these two starships, scales, things, stuff. I'm going to change its color to red. Now, red scale, these MPVs are going to be tiny, right? So, each block now is 50 meters. So each little square here is 10. So let's go to the top. Actually, let's go to the perspective view. And let's set this, right? Because each one of these is 1 meter. So now we can jump forward quite a bit smaller, right? Bring this guy up here. Because each one of these blocks now is 1 meter. Right? So this is 10, 20, 40, 50. So these actually horribly close here. For a swag, that was actually pretty shockingly good. Just slightly over. So 3, 6, work. With that. Nope. Let's do it. 5, work. Okay. Take a look here. Nope. So it's 3, 4, 5. I'm getting closer. That might be close enough to do for government work. These guys are a little off, but I think that every other one might be slightly off anyway. Right? Okay. There we go. 4%. So at Starship scale, we'll bring in our QuaCk, which is already at 150. Right? Go to the top view again. At this scale, this is where other structures fit in. Okay, so at this scale, QuaCk is pretty small. We need and this is where this guy lives. Not this guy. Whoop. All right, all of the QuaCk now lives inside one of these 50-meter blocks, right? So these are 10 meters each, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay. So the QuaCk's not quite 40 meters high. So we're going to look at the destroyer and bring her down into this zone so we can talk about her hull without the wing. It still needs to be larger because it's going to still be maybe 70, 80 meters tall. Right, so let's talk about that perspective view. Those bays need to be able to Good evening, Brent. Okay, I feel like we should talk about just the forward decks here. Like that entire front piece could potentially be effectively the same size as the QuaCk at this scale. I'm actually thinking she should still be a little larger, maybe. And this is still not a capital ship, but she's big. Here we go. I'm putting in this. That puts a deck below the forward deck, but I still see sort of that being there. That's the size we want right there. So even at this scale, that's about right. Because this mount up here is actually for holding one of these guys. The whole point is to be able to put the kittiwake on top. Right there. And she definitely have to fold up all of her gear, but what she probably should do anyway. She's not in landing mode for this. There we go. Actually, she sits on the saddle. I'll need to fix all of these maps. But one of the reasons we had to do this is because the destroyer is not set right. All right, we didn't know what its scale was really. I was just kind of sticking it in there, hoping. Now we can do the maps on this destroyer with the correct size. I mean, in theory, there's a human right there. Right here. Human being right there. We are at a big scale. These ships are not small. All right. So now this is where this guy needs to be saved. Now we save that and that. MPV out here because this MPV scaled correctly in space mode. So now we have the MPV, the Unity Corvette, and the Unity Destroyer. The other thing that really needs to be out here is a work bee, because it hasn't really been here. And those work bees will actually be in all three different scales too. Because we would just as easily have work bees flying around these ships. But I'm kind of glad we did this because now we know the size that we need to make. Landing pad 44 Sierra, because it needs to be big enough to hold a destroyer. That's a big ship. But now we have them scaled correctly like they should be. Unity destroyers are big, 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 big ships. But more importantly, our newest addition to the universe, which is the Commonwealth Destroyer, also needs to be about this same size. There we go. Commonwealth Destroyer. It's about the same size now, and those windows are the wrong size to scale. We can already see we've done it wrong. Just wait till we get to the capital ships. Destroyers, frigates, they're all on these smaller scales, but the heavy cruisers, the light cruisers, and the battleships. Battleships have entire bays devoted to them on the Polaris, where it's an entire segment of just an entire bay to a battleship. And then they shove the battleship in there, and then they stick other ships all around the gaps between the battleship and the outside hull. And she just parks packed in there. All right. So we will say that is the correct-ish size. look. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hey, just swallow it up completely. All right. Air too big. Let's bring it down to. Hard part's that it's not uniform. And this is why we're doing this, because now I'm looking at this going, well, however, I see 2 decks across the forward saucer unit. And that scale, each one of these blocks is 10 meters. That's a big difference. Right, so let's bring it down. 10 meters puts 5 meters per deck. It's a long distance. Nope, that's not right. Yeah, each block is 10 meters. So to scale it to the kitty weight, what are we doing here? If we do 10, that's 5 meters to a deck. It's a major deck. Major deck. Let's take. Let's just take a look at let's get an idea of where all these decks are on this. Yeah, because it looks like it's about 2 decks per square, so thereabouts. Nope. Maybe. I might actually be happier with this size. Not that much bigger than Corvette, but bigger. So I'm not down a rabbit hole at all. We're not starting the next issue for 3 weeks. And I'm not starting to go down and try to do Airship 27 till after NDK. I have like 4 more shows or something like that before I've got to go park myself at IndieCave for a week. I don't really want to start anything, so just kind of doing the thing I meant to do during issue 1 and didn't, which was I'll just throw a whole bunch of dots in the side of the destroyer and hope that that's the right size. And now I'm kind of doing the wasn't the right size though. So, because now I'm looking at this going, well, this is probably a correct size. This should be like a cruiser size. It should be much larger. So this is not a cruiser. This is a destroyer. So kind of doing that, kind of thinking about it. I'm like, well, I'm not down a rabbit hole just yet, though. That's probably better. Because that'll put the pilot house of the destroyer at the deck. That's nice. It is still significantly larger than the Kittiwake, but not that much larger. I think destroyer is probably fine. Yeah. Okay, we'll duplicate this node. I'll put it back here. All this is really doing is giving me all of these sizes in their grids. I still feel like inside the destroyer is still far more space. No, doesn't cover the engineering section. No. All right. 1 to 1. Now we know that these are all the correct size. And now we can actually see what the problem really lies, where the problem really lies with some of these scales. You see the detail level between these two. There's a completely different detail level. So if they were in the same image, it actually would look off. There's not enough resolution in the Destroyer side to match the resolution level that we get from the QuaCk, because the QuaCk is a far more advanced picture. Same with this Destroyer. So when they're in the same shot, I need to either dumb down the QuaCk or smarten up the Destroyers. Well, the Destroyers are already at 3000 by 3000 on their texture maps. So our smarter move is to make a dumber version of the QuaCk so that they can all be in the same picture. So I know you're sitting there going, why in the world are we doing all of this? But there's a method to this madness. They won't look right when they're next to each other. Unless I fix this. That's like a half deck, too. That didn't help me any. We're not going to continue on tonight for very long. I'm tired, and nobody else is really going to join me, and so I'm going to head out of here in just a few minutes. But I wanted to do this. Because you're next to right where you should. because that puts her 30 meters tall. Which makes some sense. She's 30 meters tall, not including the engines, but her hull is 30 meters, which is fine. So they're 40 meters tall. Same thing here. And 15 meters up to that deck. Then there's this massive 100-meter tall, ridiculous, or 20-meter tall, stupid pylon to put the bridge up top. But that's okay. We do. So let's take a view. That's it. I'm just straightening these guys out so that they are all on the same scale. So from here, still 10, 20, 30 to the top of this whole piece. Roughly the same as what the QuaCk size is. And then 40, almost 40. The top of that hole is right there. Just smaller. Did not think to make this to scale when I built it, naturally. So 10, 20, 30. So this puts this forward hull piece at about the same height as the QuaCk, which is exactly what I wanted. And this one back here has an extra height to it. So and that makes them roughly the same size-ish, give or take. Which is cool. Okay. Hit the render button again. So here we go. All right. whole piece in their correct spot. Okay. Good. Means each deck is about 5 meters, which makes some sense. It'd be 3 meters inside with 1 meter on either side for deck plating and crap. So. And tubing and captain's tubing. So we'll save over the one that we already did. Yep. Okay. I am not doing well on this, so I am worried that I will do damage to this at some point here, so I probably ought to kind of I've resized everybody. That's the one. Like I said, getting a little spacey over here. I think it's about time for me to head to bed. I've had a lot of sleep in the last few weeks or something like that, so we need to probably just go on ahead and head out to bed. So what we're going to do is we're going to call this good enough at this point. We've gotten everybody sort of figured in here. We've got the blue ones indicate 1-to-1 with humans. The green ones are 1-to-5 with humans, and then the red ones are 1-to-50. Humans, 50 on the side. Dude, so we're likely not going to see that. And if I ever need a 1-to-1 representation of these ships where they're walking outside the hull, we'll build an exterior piece that matches. So we won't use this ship model. Models are solely for large size. All right, guys, I'm going to bed. I think I've already lost Brent to bed, so I'm going to do that. I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. See you later. Bye.